everybody! I'm back and on time. The lobby started with 30 seconds left on the clock, so I decided to let it go through. We're here now for the final game of the night. Incubus versus Crewmates. It's been a lot of fun. The last game was an interesting one for me. I don't think there was a ton to talk about. It felt like a Spectre game where the Spectre did Spectre things and the Alchemist just never really got to do Alchemist things. Fortunately, the hero just doesn't feel that great right now. But here we are in the second game. Crewmates ban out the Edge, possibly so that they don't pick it after the last game. And Incubus ban out the Tiny, giving Crewmates a free ban to make the game easier for them. I like it, as that Tiny did do work last game. Actually, give me just 1 second, everybody. I have to change a hotkey real quick. Alright, we shouldn't have any accidental muting problems, as now I have to hold the mute button. Crewmates will pick up a first pick win. So, that's exciting. Alright. Incubus Gaming will pick up the Phoenix as their first pick. And instantly, Crewmates respond with a Nature's Prophet.
It is Dyer's band. What's it with? Radiant's turn to ban.
And then Incubus have a Pangolier. That's a very interesting pick. It's a hero that we don't see a whole lot of, but still feels pretty good, especially in the hands of a Pango player, unsurprisingly. But yeah, overall, it's very good. The Ember Spirit is banned out, and Crewmates will ban out the Doom as well.
Dyer's turn to ban. It is Radiant's ban. Radiant must choose. Seconds. 5 seconds remain. Dyer's turn to pick. Oracle.
Alright, an Oracle coming out. Remove that real quick for the side of Incubus. They have a big save now, but lacking lockdown. Almost said locking lockdown once again. That is very unfortunate. What if I turn that off? I'm just gonna forget it. So we'll have to deal with it. Spectre banned out by Crewmates, not surprising. As well, by the way, just to ensure that there is not going to be any source of shenanigans. I'll pick up the Grimstroke. Pretty good hero. Combos well with Nature's Prophet. Since his ult is globally targetable, it can also unit target. So if Grimstroke presses ultimate and you press R on one of the heroes, you get 2 ults, which is pretty weird. Like, if I pull up Nature's Prophet, like, it's unit or point target, but people don't know it's unit target, it feels like. So it's a sort of odd global combo with the Grimstroke that can do a lot of damage. Also, obviously, it will give you double shackles. And I believe it gives double Windrunner ult as well. Obviously, you don't attack both of them at the same time with the high speed, but you can attack either of them. I think they both get that weird debuff placed against them. Ooh. Incubus Gaming. They will pick up the Troll Warlord. Troll, a hero that I'm not the hugest fan of. But right now, Crewmates is pretty light on lockdown, so his ultimate may be more effective than normally. If he can get it off, though. I'm sure Nature's Prophet's going to build Orchid. Grimstroke's going to get a silence. So before BKB, the Troll might struggle to get that ultimate off. Crewmates with the final pick of the stage. They also need their carry still. Will they pick it up? Or will they save it for their last pick? Like they are taking time to deliberate. And they will pick up their carry now. They'll pick up the PA. That's pretty scary because PA can pretty much insta-kill 3 of Incubus's heroes, it feels like, in the mid to late game. The Oracle might just get one-shotted. Phoenix in a similar situation. And Pango also in a lot of danger if it gets jumped on.
5 seconds remain.
Also, the double daggers are very scary in the Grimstroke ulti. You know, they're obviously not amazing Grimstroke combos, but the double potential for crits could be very dangerous. One thing to consider is there's not a lot of lockdown on the side of Crewmates, but if Grimstroke ults Troll +1 and Troll ults, Troll's going to have a hard time doing his thing and may also kill a teammate.
10 seconds.
We now get into the final phase of bans. It looks like Crewmates think this to be a mid-Pango as they ban out the Legion. Incubus ban out Storm Spirit. Only Void left in the pool of the 3 brothers, which have been seeing a lot of play recently. Void Spirit, the one that's fallen off the most, honestly, but all quite capable. Crewmates now have one more final ban. Only 30 seconds of reserve time. And they will ban out the final brother. No Void Spirit or Incubus.
Seconds. 5 seconds remain.
Now, Incubus does have a lot of reserve time to work with, 1:20, but they will use none of it as they ban out the Invoker. Crewmates only have about 40 seconds to decide what they wish to pick.
Radiant's turn to pick.
They will pick up the mid Lina. Wait. Is it a mid Lina? No, it has to be a 4 Lina, I think. Well, it could be mid or 4. I believe this must be a 3 natures, and Lena and Wind, one of those two is going to be the mid.
5 seconds.
Now Incubus will have time to decide what they wish to pick up for their final hero. Taking their time, thinking through all their options. They like to see. And they will take the axe. So it is a mid Pango. And it will be the mid Lena. Windrunner playing the position 4. Obviously FCR on the Phantom Assassin, Flash on the Grim, and Hijack on that Nature's Prophet. And I do believe that Z's has tagged up as JP. So, gone is Z's, back is JP. So, looking at these lineups, what do I think? I think Crewmates is in a bit of dangerous territory. They don't have a whole lot of hard lockdown. That being said, they do have quite a bit of control generally. US Gaming also have good team fights, but not the biggest fan of Troll. Obviously, Troll Oracle is a good combo. And I think this might be a tough game for Axe to really get a lot done. I'm curious if we'll see an aggro tri-lane out of Incubus. Maybe put Blinded solo against the Nature's Prophet. We'll just have to wait and see for that. But honestly, overall, I think I personally will slightly favor the side of Crewmates just because I'm just not a big Troll fan. And I think in the carry matchup, FCR is going to win.
Burns, doesn't it?
But at best, that's like a 55-45. I think it's mostly going to come down to the actual play of the game. So we have a pause. Alright, don't worry. I know what to do, guys. Let's turn off that directed cam. Oh, look at how ugly that is. And obviously, we've been over this. Oh, look, another effigy. FCR as an effigy. Oh, I like it. You know, it's where you find the enemy. Is that actually a void weapon? Wow. You know, it's where you find the, What is going on? Why don't these people have S? We have a Konka. I don't know what that means, but these poses are not very inspired. They're just mid-attack. You know? It's not the greatest. I have to give... So, surely this is just a weird lighting bug, because it wasn't like this last time. But I have to give the advantage over to FCR. That's a good one. That's a genuinely good effigy. Look at... Oh my god, if this wind keeps laughing, I'm gonna have an aneurysm! Look, that weapon's all the way... It's like closer to the next effigy.
That is too good.
I gotta say, I like the Crewmates banner. It's a very well put together banner. I hope that meets voice lines. I don't think it does. I will lose my mind. No, it's fine. Even on Incubus here. Their flag looked pretty good too. It works. It's not cut in half. Why is like a little fire pedestal? Why doesn't that one have fire? All the other ones do. Maybe they still have to light up. Alright, we're gonna wait here. I love this terrain, by the way. There's very few custom terrains that I like. This is one of them. And this is the here, we'll go take a look. This is, I forget what it's actually called. Immortal Gardens? Yeah, Sanctum of the Divine. They're the only ones I use. The desert terrain, I'm not a huge fan of. Overgrown Empire, also not a big fan of. Emerald Abyss is too weird. Reef's Edge is just underwater. The autumn terrain's not bad. And I don't want Kings. But Immortal Gardens, I love, and I love Sanctums of the Divine. Ooh, we're back in game. Alright, will the fire light up? Oh, look at that! Why are we linking a Selena Gomez video? Oh, no matter! We're in the game. Soon it will be starting. Hijack is just microing those trees. As to be expected, we'll probably summon a new set in 5 seconds and then begin moving out.
Death at my hands is an honor.
Ooh. Oh. Look at that! 598 net worth. Wait, why does Ark only have 590? It's giving away the tangos? Reduce your net worth? No, because then it would increase his.
30 seconds now.
Huh. Not sure about that one, Chief. Hijack showing up to lane. Wondering what that... Is it Estroyer? Not Destroyer? I assume it's just Destroyer without the D. Oh well. And that wind laugh definitely induces tinnitus. Well, looking at the trades, I'll have to pull it up because people aren't tagged. Looks like it is a actual 3 for 1. Nope, 2 for 2. So we have a little bit slow start, I have to imagine. Now, here's the thing. I have to imagine that it's going to be a very good Lina lane, as Lina has really good harass, and we're already seeing Analog do exactly that. Obviously, JP has good burst from that Pango swashbuckle, but Analog just feels so consistent. Like, as long as JP is near the lane, Analog can be getting whatever damage he wants. I have to imagine this lane will favor Analog. Bot lane, they didn't try for the aggro try on the side of Incubus. Not surprising, it is a bit weird, but instead, opting for the 2v2 as Erates takes a lot of damage, actually. Very significant. All up top, Phoenix also taking a lot of damage. This lane might be a bit hard for FCR, as Blinded is not very easily forced out of lane. But we have a go on the cap. Will be the first blood. Does get the courier before he goes down, but probably not worth it. The Incubus are looking to take another game, and they're starting it off in a strong way. Man, this mid lane going so far, at least, about how I thought, as Analog 15-3 to the 8-0. Even if this Pango gets 4 last hits, which he does not, still be behind. He only gets 2 of them though. So yeah, Lena doing a great job so far. Analog does have something coming out to him on the courier. It is his bottle. That will help. But I have to imagine that Analog also has his bottle, and indeed he does. This is up top, PA being forced to farm under tower. Not really surprising, although I have to say, generally, when I'm playing against an Axe and he starts cutting the wave early, obviously he's going to get more farm than you, because he's also going to farm camps, right? But as the carry, you're basically getting all the last hits you want. Not if Pamplona pulls, but it will be interrupted. Ooh, nice little dodge from Flash there. As FCR will do his best to last hit under tower. With the new changes, honestly, I feel like it's pretty reliable nowadays. So I'd be very surprised if FCR missed a lot of these last hits. Actually, pulling this creep out. Maybe electing to hold on to it as Pamplona has successfully pulled. But down bottom, no time for that as Cap takes a lot of damage. But will survive. Yeah, look at this. 25 to 17, the lead only grows. Axe has a lot of last hits. Obviously, a bunch of those are going to be from the creeps and the camps. And JP will get his bottom refilled. So, got that going for him. And it's a DD. He will take, actually, a Dragon Slave to the face. Has to be careful, as Analog is not afraid. Drops the LSA, but it does not connect. With that, Analog will be forced to clean up these creeps. It is getting tower damage out of it. JP will come out at full HP, however. Axe actually took a lot of damage and was forced to return home. PA weak as well, but PA has a ring of regen. That will probably be just fine. And as long as this PA is farming okay, they'll be happy, I think, on the side of Crewmates. But look at this. Oh no, Pango not rotating, just farming the jungle, still afraid of Analog. As the wind dies once again on the rotation up top. Somehow, at the same time, Hijack may be going to go down. Oh, I think you have to turn here. If you're Hijack, no, he will actually just elect not to turn. Destroyer has to be so careful. If Analog can just get the flame out onto him. And there it is. Pango, going to try and TP in, will not be allowed to. Wind will take over the mid lane as the catapult is actually pulled into a creep camp here, which is not what you want. Hijack should probably go back and clear this out if he can. Although they're probably going to wait for the next creep wave, and it looks like that's actually exactly what they're doing. And unfortunately, Analog does not have a whole lot of mana. So a secondary kill on the Destroyer is going to be unlikely, but Dragon Slave will do quite a bit of damage, and now they'll just start hitting onto this tower. Analog, he's getting pretty weak. Took a lot of tower hits. And may actually be forced to return home. But they get good damage into the tier 1. Wind has a free lane. As JP a couple of times went in between the two lanes. But no longer. Up top, blinded. Has to be a little bit careful. The crits are coming out, and he will get taken out by Flash. Hijack's having a pretty good start as well. Excuse me.
Not for you.
Not sure what he's going to build into yet. Destroyer, looks like he might be trying to get something here. You can't vision onto Hijack for a second, and that might be enough to get the kill. This little tree, TP, Shackle will protect Natures. Hijack will get out. Now Analog's back in the mid lane up against JP. He does have those infused raindrops. 120 magic damage block is no joke. This analog is just farming up a storm this game. Axe is also doing very well for himself, but PA is not far behind. Unlike the troll, only has 37 last distance, so it's not amazing. Actually, it looks like FDR, maybe a bit of miscommunication as FDR wanted to go in, but the Inkswell did not come out. JP gets the Arcane Rune. Looks like he wants to go top and make a play onto this PA, but it is a pretty hard kill, as PA does have the ability to jump out. And is currently playing pretty cautiously as Flash is going for the pull. Back down to the hard cam. Will be interrupted by Blinded. Now they're actually going to die for FCR. FCR just happy to last hit with Dagger though. Now the blink is on cooldown. But it's not going to matter, as this Pango is just sitting here, not really getting anything of value done. Meanwhile, though, it's trouble down bottom. For the side of Incubus, as Airtest will survive. Destroyer will take a lot of damage. Look at this, they're going for another play onto Blinded. Will they actually commit to it this time? No, they just want to get those jungle creeps, and Mint's kind of been abandoned again. Analog's in the area, so I have to imagine he'll just farm camps and rotate back, as he is rapidly approaching this Yule Scepter. And he'll find an Ocean Heart for his troubles, probably send that home. Just clearing it out, as the dive is coming out, but oh, I don't know if that blink is exactly what you wanted there, FCR. It's actually not going to matter here. Now Blind is going to try and TP out. There is no interrupt. But that was a Rolling Thunder. And out of it, you acquired literally nothing. As Pamplona goes for the Bounty Rune. Pamplona is removed. Oh, the uphill miss? No. Analog will get that kill at the cost of 3 Bounty Runes for Incubus, though. So again, Crewmates kind of struggling to get good trades on these Bounty Runes. But I don't think they mind too much. They get a kill, and most importantly, it's a kill for Analog, which puts him closer and closer to that Yule Scepter, which is now being delivered. Go ahead and swap over to the net worth here, and we can see Troll is actually doing fairly well for himself, but up in the top lane, we have an egg out onto FCR. Is FCR going to be able to get the blink out? Probably here. Doesn't get stunned, blinks away, as the dispel, but it's not going to matter, as he gets taken out. Now Flash is the one that's desperately on the run, but he will fall as well. However, in exchange, Analog takes the tier 1 for Crewmates. They may even be able to formulate a response here. They have a fortification. They pop it now, but they're electing not to actually go for it. Instead, rotating down towards the safe lane. Lina, not in the area, doesn't have a whole lot of mana, but they're definitely making a play for Blinded here. And we can see Calf gets a good stun. And FCR also in the area. Blinded, going to take a lot of damage, get treed up. The body blocks are there, but he moves into the trees. But I have to imagine that Analog will just get the LSA. No, just actually gets the Laguna, as Troll tries to do something up top and is actually getting pretty okay damage into this tower. It looks like Crewmates will secure that tower, but take some decent damage on their tier 2. Nothing incredible, but unhealable damage. But honestly, right now is a bit spooky, as Lina going for the next item. BKB, a very strong pickup. And the PA well on the way to that battlefield. Are they going to be able to catch JP? He baits the Rolling Thunder, but nothing's going to come of it. Meanwhile, up on this high ground, Destroyer and Pamplona, they're going to find Flash. Flash, are you going to be able to get your ultimate off? Just drop it before you die. It's a short cooldown, only 100 seconds. Well, I guess that's a decently long cooldown, but could start a kill. Could start a fight. They really want to take this tier 1 tower. Destroyer, though, he's going to be taking the tower hits. Doesn't worry about it too much, as he is pretty tanky. And they'll actually take this tower. The damage will bounce in, but it's really not going to matter. And that's a free tower take for the side of Incubus. Oh, look at this. They're just going to walk right into Roche. They are very confident. They have the disarm, and Troll has the lifesteal. So they could actually take this very easily, and it looks like Crewmates have no idea that this is going on. This is such an excellent play by Incubus. It's going to allow them to get such an incredible early start to this game. May even let them formulate a push for a tier 2. As, yeah, Dire have no idea. And they're smoked up. Flash will take out a ward. That will reveal the fact that they are smoked. So they are almost done with that Battle Fury. Only about 600 gold away. Yeah, 500, excuse me. We haven't really seen a team fight out of the side of Crewmates just yet. I think that first team fight could be very important. Lena getting closer and closer to that BKB. It's going to be a pretty good timing. Okay, now 300 gold. She has that Battle Fury. Start catching up to this troll. Get this though. There is a smoke from the side of Incubus. They're gonna find Analog. The call is there. Will he be able to use himself? No, he'll use the troll instead. That will just result in his immediate demise, and suddenly Calf and Flash are in a bit of trouble. However, Bounty Runes will go in favor of the side of Crewmates this time, as a nice little play from Hijack will secure them the third. There's a lot of money to work with, whatever he decides to pick up. Oh no, Calf, you gotta be careful. Roll comes out, but... oh, the stun almost went right over! But no, does manage to connect. Calf will fall, but could you imagine if that jump had gone over? And it feels like Crewmates are very much on the back foot here. Not surprising, given that there is an Aegis out. Battle Fury is completed for FCR. And he also has a Cleave Talon. No, he doesn't have a Cleave Talon anymore. I don't know when they changed that. But he is farming well. We'll have a Deso pretty soon. So no, Calf, don't get caught out again, buddy. Hijack going to do his best to push forward himself. Not much point in teleporting into the trees if you're just going to reveal yourself. There's the Fortify. They'll take out the Siege Creep, but it's not going to matter, as they'll just hit that tower. Now, though, they will trade out pretty effectively, as they deal a lot of damage into this tower. And yeah, that's the tower. They're going to try and take out Hijack. It looks like the drums are popped. And actually, no, they're going to turn. They're going to look for a kill. The Laguna Blade's there. That is a very dead man. But now Flash is in trouble. As Destroyer is in on the backside, maybe looking for Hijack. There is the egg. But unfortunately for the Phoenix, no, the disarm! It's not going to be quite enough. And then the blink out. JP's ultimate is not going to do much, however. Destroyer is starting to use the ultimate. He's stuck in the trees. That's what you hate to see. And just with the end of the rolling boulder, JP is going to catch out this poor Nature's Prophet. Hijack will fall. So a 2-for-2 trade. But they trade the same heroes. Unfortunately, PA gets very little of that gold. So a good play overall by Crewmates, though. An even trade is a good trade at this stage. Especially when you're fighting into an Aegis.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now, Destroyer. He is pushing hard. He is taking this tier 1 tower. And there's no chance of a counterplay. However, Blinded might be a bit in trouble. He blinks right into Calf, but Calf doesn't quite have the reaction times to stop him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Analog has a BKB completed. As well as a Deso almost done for FCR. However, the Troll has a Yasha building up into an MKB and then a Sanjin Yasha. As Analog sieges a tier 1 tower, this will be a trade for a tier 2 tower, however.
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
So a less advantageous trade for them this time.
Top tower. Dire have fortified their structures against
The Radiant have a Fortify as well, so they're actually not going to use it. It was a free Fortify.
has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
And now they'll pop it. That's actually maybe a bit of a misplay, as the Fortify is going to end. And now, Dire are actually able to make a good trade here. Crewmates deal a lot of damage. They're getting a bit of cold feet, as they rightly should, since all of Radiant's heroes disappeared on the map. But now, though, they'll see that troll bottom. They know that there's not a play coming. And they're forced to trade tower for tower. Axe, though, in the area. The silence will come out. He's going to be unable to get much here. A nice ultimate, though. Phoenix just goes away. So there's not actually going to be any kill there. JP does finally roll out. However, on the backlines, Phoenix was taken out by FCR, who does deal a lot of damage. The window will drop immediately, and now it's a little bit of dangerous territory for SCR as he gets stunned up. The ultimate on the Blinded. The cold not quite going to take out Analog. The roots there on a PA. He has to be so careful. Will actually manage to blink out. I thought she went down, but she didn't. There's the egg from the buyback. Hijack disarmed, unable to do anything, but he does manage to tree up Estro. Estro not going to be able to deal any damage, but the call is there from Blinded. They will secure the kill. Meanwhile, on the backlines, they'll also find the Grimstroke. So, overall, I think a good fight for Radiant, as we see clearly here, as Wind actually died back. Or bought back. I don't think she died back. It looks like she did, unfortunately. Now Radiant are going to take a TD onto Estro. He's going to have a good push, but there aren't ultimates to back him up right now. If there's a time for Dire to fight, it is now, as the ultimate bounces through. However, they do manage to find Analog. Analog definitely going to go down here. A nice shackle, actually, the BKB. Maybe he's not so destined to fall, as Axe will be the one to fall instead. The tier 2 tower has fallen, and now FCR is looking for more. He'll take out Pamplona. That is, and the Troll died on the sidelines as well to FCR. So now that is a much better trade. That money swings right back. Crewmates probably pretty happy with that, as that was the first fight with FCR's Desolator. Hijack going for the Heaven's Halberd, a good item choice. If they can take a tier 2 off of this, that would actually be massive. Looks like they're going to attempt to. Analog's just going to hit from the high ground. They both feel very safe. Troll up in 3 seconds, but should be more than enough time for them to siege a tier 2. He's going to have to TP to the tier 3. There's a fallen tower. There's a Roshan in 38 seconds as well. Hijack going to go do some lane maintenance down in the bottom lane. Now FCR going for the BKB. Selena's nice pickup. Has to use BKB. Doesn't know what he's going to get yet. Maybe has a few ideas. Very tough. It's very tough lean the game. We'll go for the Aghanim, so more damage. JP As the Vlad's going for the Basher. Next item, a very solid pickup. I will say Artes, a poor man going for the Glimmer. And a Crimson Guard is a pretty good pickup for this Axe. As they smoke up. Is this the time to smoke? Roshan is up. Look at this. They'll be able to pop this smoke. Incubus, though, they're going to the triangle. There's no one there. Might work out. They put down vision. Smoke will be dodged. And if they show bottom, looks like they might do. That could lead. That could lead for a Roshan attempt. They see everyone. The ping instantly comes out. They just walk straight into the Roshan pit. Are they going to be able to take it fast enough? Of course, Radiant have actually no idea. It's their turn to have a Roche stolen out from under their noses, but this one has a cheese. This is a big play for Crewmates, and there's not going to be any kind of counterplay. As the Roche falls exceptionally quickly, Analog will take the cheese, FCR the Aegis. So this PA, you're going to have to kill him twice. Down in the bottom lane, though, is a bit of a push. Pamplona's courier gets spotted out. Because I think he was probably building... Yeah. I was going to say either a Lotus or an Aeon Disc. In this case, it is the Aeon Disc. Not a bad decision of an item to build, given that PA can just delete you. Are these teams going to trade Barracks, though? They've traded a lot so far. The Barracks is the next logical trade. So far, they've traded Roche for Roche, Tier 1 for Tier 1, Tier 2 for Tier 2. Rack for rack, throne for throne, baby. No. As actually Hijack will send himself back home to slow down the push. As look at this, there's no resistance on this top tower. And that's honestly probably going to scare Dire a little bit. Yeah, look at this, Crewmates. They're grouped up, sitting on smoke break positions. It's very unorthodox for a team just not to defend their towers like this, as they're being pushed in. A lot of farm on the map being lost. CR even smoked up. They know he's there, though. They did see it. But his whole team's there as well. Now they've moved back into the base to defend. Overall, this is just really good control as a smoke out. Oh no, Nation Prophet is disconnected. So we have a smoke out. The question is, are Radiant going to commit to this path? Is this a move where they're going to go like farm camp to camp? Because if it is, you know, it could spell their doom as Dire rotates in. You have to assume Dire, they're going to take a path like around this tree here and eventually down to this camp. If they do, they could get an excellent fight here. Now, PA's not there. However, there's no Axe. There's no Phoenix. By the time Axe and Phoenix get there... I'm sorry. There's no Axe. And there's no Pango. By the time Axe and Pango get there, PA will be there. Obviously, Nature's Prophet can be there at any time. Does his courier... That's not his courier. Where is his courier? Is it actually at the secret shop? It's going to the enemy secret shop? It is. Alright. Here we go. Eyes on. We'll zoom out a bit. The smoke has come out. Radiant aren't committing out just yet. In fact, they will kind of reveal themselves, so nothing will happen. But actually, look at this. They're making an interesting smoke play towards their own triangle. Pango is there. Look at this, a Shadow Blade 2 from Lina. If they catch out the Pango, it would be huge. They see the camps cleared. They don't quite see the Pango. However, it looks like they might find him now, and indeed they will. The Yules is there. The stun follow-up also. Now, with the Shackle and the Laguna Blade, that is a very dead man, and suddenly Axe is going to TP himself home. But, nevertheless, a very nice pick for the side of Crewmates to force Radiant out of their off lane. Out of the bottom lane. Now there's not really any push out there. Suddenly, it's dangerous for Radiant to walk out and farm. Snashers will start to push in that lane. Look at this blind, it's still going. Very aggressive play. Are they going to be able to get this blink stun? No. Max will blink out. Will it be enough, though, as he's actually going to get caught? A beautifully timed call, though. Should slow them down enough? No. He's caught in, taking a lot of damage, and that'll force out the Oracle ultimate. Now, Dire just have to retreat. FCR will not fall. Takes quite a bit of damage, but ultimately unfazed. As he will get salved up, so definitely unfazed. And suddenly, now Radiant are forced to just farm out of their bases. Triangle control from Crewmates is very, very strong. So they push back in top. They let bottom siege naturally. If they need to push it in, they can always send natures. Don't want to do that. FCR going to cleave out this lane. Bit of damage done. Actually, quite a decent amount of damage done onto FDR, who doesn't have a way to get back, but with one crit, will cleave down those waves. And now, suddenly, Radiant, you're going to have to start worrying a little bit about that bottom lane. It's starting to push in, and it's a pretty big wave. At the same time, though, the Aegis is going to expire in about a minute here. An Orb of Destruction, though, found by FCR. The perfect item for FCR. He picks it up. Now, what will he buy? He sells off some items. What will he purchase? Look at this play from Radiant as they push out. The Obs Ward will go down. And they'll find Calf, just barely. Paladin Sword, another good pickup, but I think PA would rather have the Orb of Destruction. And I think at this stage, Crewmates are happy to wait for the next Roshan. As this Aegis is going to expire. They have good control of the outposts, but look at this. There's a smoke out from the side of Radiant. Blinded leading the charge, pinging, but hasn't found anyone. If he finds Calf, it's probably not going to be worth it, but it looks like that's exactly what he's going to find. And actually, Calf will not even fall. Suddenly, Analog in a good position up top as the smoke expires. Radiant, they want to make a move. It doesn't expire just yet. Now it will. They want to make a move for the outpost, however. Dire still have this really strong triangle control. They'll actually probably get some damage into a tier 3. Okay, they'll get like 2 damage into a tier 3. Tango remains behind. Good vision in the jungle, however, there is a smoke from Dire. Dire, though, obviously have no vision of what they're walking into. Oh, but Destroyer, he'll see this camp being farmed. There is a sentry, so Destroyer should be able to walk away. Might actually get baited. The call will come through, but there's not going to be too much damage into it here. It doesn't look like Analog, though. Actually, as I say that, taking a lot of damage. Still has access to the cheese, will pop it, but going to get stunned up. An excellent leash, but that is a dead lean on the backside, though. FCR manages to take out the Oracle. There's not going to be any kind of save, but Calf, he's fallen. And suddenly this trade not looking quite so good. Incubus has to be very careful, gets bashed up and falls. Now it looks like Radiant are holding the high ground back from Crewmates. Right now it's a 3-for-3 trade. Hijack will manage to get out, but the PA is a much juicier kill if they can complete it. But the question is, can they? FCR so far dodging out. Hijack comes in, maybe just to buy some time for the PA. It looks like that's exactly what he's trying to do. Not sure if it was entirely necessary, as it looked like the PA was getting out, and now suddenly Hijack doing some good jukes, but he will fall to the Sunray. PA will get 1 bounty rune, but that is a very expensive fight. A well-taken fight by the Radiant. But unfortunately, most of the gold going to the Phoenix isn't exactly what you want. Will help Phoenix get that Aeon Disc sooner, but FCR also got a lot of gold out of that. Maybe not quite as good a fight as they wanted, as they were forced to buy back on the Pango Lear. And I don't know why the camera was there. That's okay. I think with that PA, yeah, buys the Morbid Mask, probably going to go for a full Satanic at this stage. Wouldn't be surprised. Next Roshan may spawn in 33 seconds to 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Bit early to hover over that pit, though. Satanic also on the way for Destroyer. That is a very strong combination with the False Promise. But unfortunately, Oracle's been forced to use the False Promise pretty early. I don't really get that combo. In the same vein, though, Flash has been having a bit of a time getting off his ultimate. He did get a decent one in the last fight, but fortunately was not able to save his Lina with that, who, despite having the cheese pop, still went down. And Lina's going for a full Silver Edge. Pretty okay item this game. There are quite a few passives to break. And, give some okay stats, but we'll buy a bots first. PA, man. Yep, there's the Satanic queued up. Next Roshan is a fast spawn. Or fast-ish spawn, as, actually, they'll see that Courier Phoenix. Where's that Courier Phoenix? They'll actually give up. But oh no, it's going towards Wind! Wind will, oh, no, it takes 3 kills. We'll blink and get the kill. Alright. That's a lot of gold. That's actually, hold on. We gotta take a second here. A big call! PA's dying rapidly and doesn't have the Satanic, but does manage to take out the Axe first. Meanwhile, the Phoenix does manage to get the egg off. However, there's now a leash. Oh no, you're trapped in there with Destroyer. Destroyer ultimated up. Will take out that Nature's Prophet, but honestly, it's going to probably not be enough here. Aritas does manage to put the False Promise onto the Troll. So Troll will be able to survive here. Going for the TP out. There's no interrupt. Oh, the bash! The bash! And he'll pop to the damage. Aritas will fall as well. The only buybacks are on the side. Or on the heroes, the Troll and the Axe. 65 seconds without a Pango. This is definitely at least a lane of Rax, probably 2. Possibly the game. As that was a beautiful fight for the side of Crewmates. They'll take out the melee Rax, then they'll go mid. I like this play. Troll forced to buy back. Will dire retreat. They know that the Aegis is available. They back up now, they can just take it. No need to risk it. You've got yourself a melee Rax. It looks like they will do exactly that. Hijack will start it. And the ping's there from Phoenix, but what can you do about it? This is a refresher. It's not an incredible item this game for the side of Crewmates. Maybe they'll give it over to either, I have to imagine, their Nature's Prophet or their Grimstroke. Right now in the hands of Cath, but I don't think they're going to leave it in his hands. And indeed, he will actually give the refresher over to the Lina for the double Laguna. Now, I always think of the double Grimstroke ulti. I like the double Nature's ulti, but double Laguna also very powerful. And we'll also have that cheese as well. So, very, very survivable and a big damage threat. Look at this blinded. He's pretty far out of base. He's spinning. Lina, very fast. Might be able to get in with the Eul Scepter, but not quite in time. Nature's Prophet's going to try and find him, but not going to be able to. This is a brilliant read from the Axe. Get out of dodge just in the nick of time, and suddenly Radiant are making a look for something. PA's here. PA has the Aegis and a full Satanic. It's also invisible, as Aritas has to be so careful. If he steps up an inch too far, he will fall. And oh no, we have a pause. Blinded is going to get silenced. There is nothing he can do about that, as he has no BKB. Aritas currently invisible, which makes him invincible. They don't know that FCR is there. There is a Sentry Ward, which I have to imagine is seeing to about... whoops, I do not have a, do not have my mouse. Seeing nearby, will he catch him in time? Looks like indeed he will. FCR, though, now getting caught out in a little bit of trouble. He is on his own, but he has an Aegis, and his team is able to get in. Oh, what a play as Analog Yules is up blinded, and that is a exceptionally dead Axe. He does have buyback, and Phoenix will get out. Forced to buy back immediately as the fight continues, and what a shackle from Cal! That's going to lock the Oracle together with that troll, but he'll get pushed up to the high ground. He'll die for it, and suddenly this is a little bit of a dangerous position as, oh no, the leash is there, but that's not the leash you want. Meanwhile, though, the Phoenix Egg isn't going to be able to get off. It looks like it will. The stun comes out onto the PA. The PA getting bursted down. The Aegis will fall. Next up, the Lina gets dunked immediately. This is looking like a disastrous fight for Crewmates as the PA is back up. PA does have the Satanic. Will pop it. Healing up, but will get taken down. And that is 900 gold for the Phoenix. And a good fight for Radiant. 3,200 gold. They do have to buy back on the axe, but still a big swing in their favor. I don't think it's necessarily going to be enough to put them back into this game. However, 70 seconds, no PA is terrifying, but they'll be fighting without their ultimates. Will they elect to go for this high ground? And the leash looks so good from Grim, but unfortunately, the Pango got leashed right on top of him. All right, they have a repair kit as well. They have a lot of delay. So be able to clear out these waves pretty quickly. However, look at this. Side of Incubus, they show no fear. A good shackle. And Nature's Prophet ultimate should be bouncing through. I believe I heard it go off, but it never arrived. The tower will fall. The backdoor protection is now here. Now fallen. It looks like this will be a tower. Oh, what an excellent little tree sprout, though. Will they be able to delay Estro a little bit longer? It looks like they will. Buyback's not forced. They lose no racks. They do lose one tier 3, but not the end of the world. And a leveler. Oh boy, a leveler. Even more attack speed for the troll. Dire have to be careful. Look at this. Such a fast smoke coming out. It won't catch the troll. In fact, it doesn't look like they'll catch much of anyone, however. Look at this TP in from Nature's Prophet. It's an excellent read on the situation. He will catch Pamplona. The timing! Timing the trees! The trees sprout up! The record scratches! Pamplona's saying, so you're probably wondering how I got here. And the answer, we already know. We saw how it went down. Axe is in the... that's not an axe, excuse me. JP is in the area on this Pango. Doesn't have the rolling boulder, so he might be able to get something done. But, Pamplona, I don't think this Aeon Disc is really going to save you. It's a strong Dispel. But, I just don't think it's going to do too much. As, you have no way to get out of this situation. Maybe the only alternative is that you egg, but I don't think you're going to survive an egg. So I think this is a exceptionally dead Phoenix. Whoops, I accidentally went over to hero level. Back to the net worth. Although hero level, it is worth looking at. Let's take a minute to take a look at some neutral items in this pause. On the side of Dire, Quickening Charm coming out for the Wind, a repair kit on Flash. HP regen, so really nice, 45 HP regen. The Paladin Sword is good as well. The Fan Brace feels a little bit weak, and there are tier 4 items available, of which obviously Radiant have 2. An Illusionist Cape won't save this Phoenix and the Lever. Let me see, and why are you carrying around the Arcane Ring? I guess it's into armor. But we're getting back into the game, Pamplona. They're actually going to back off from this kill. Deciding it's not worth it. So, okay. Pamplona survives. Okay, PA has hit level 25. Has the coup de grace critical damage. Ooh, and a Prince's Knife. Found for both teams. I do actually want to go back to these neutral items. So they've only found the Prince's Knife so far. I have to keep an eye on what else they get. As the last item is going to be a Ninja Gear. Flicker, that's a very good item as well. That Purge, and a Witless Shaco. And it's probably worth about 2 refined in this game for sure. As, I don't think there's a lot of heroes that really want to use that. They'd much rather see themselves getting a ninja gear. They still have 1 item left. We'll have to wait and see what they get. As, will that Shaco just sit in base? It looks like it will. In this game, it feels just like a Timeless Relic, though. They'll be happier with that. Question is, who will they hand that over to? Maybe? I'd have to imagine... I mean, Lena really wants that Princess Knife. So they'll actually give it over to the Grimstroke. Debuff duration is powerful. He's going for an Aether Lens. You have to wonder if at some point, maybe the Aghanims becomes the build-up. Turn the game into a 6v5. Right now, Crewmates, looking like they are willing to just wait for potentially the next Roshan, which will be an Aghanims, by the way. And the only real Aghanims contenders this game are actually pretty much Flash and PA. FCR. As Nature's Prophet Ags is okay, but it's not amazing as ooh, that was a very risky moment for Calf. Yeah, Nature's is okay. Winds is also alright, but I don't think it's going to really change this game too much. Ooh, it looks like they will toss out an ultimate. A good Shackle will come through. But there's not really going to be any follow-up. It's actually JP. It looks like he wanted to go in, but didn't actually blink for it. And that's a pretty big cooldown that perhaps Crewmates will play around. As, well, probably not. It's a similar cooldown. Oh, wow. The level 3 cooldown so much less. Now, which talent will he take here? The cast range or the hits to kill Phantom? I think that hits to kill Phantom talent is pretty good this game, as Axe doesn't like to right-click. Keep an eye on him until he picks it up. And he will take it. See, Pamplona has the Sunray during Supernova talent. Going Shivas into Aghanims. Will smoke himself. No one takes the Treant summoned anymore, or the cooldown reduction. I feel like they're both nice. AC, though, will be coming out for Hijack. Half only level 16 right now. The lowest level here. However, Nina is rapidly approaching that 25. I have to imagine we'll take the Dragon Slave cooldown, although Mana Pool's already kind of struggling a bit. It's a Satanic, so never mind. Okay. Analog's decided that he is damaged for the rest of the game. Troll coming up too. Taking a look at his talents. Strong Dispel is probably a pretty good option. The Whirling Axis cooldown definitely seems underwhelming. Pango as well, going to have his soon. Both talents very good. But I really like that Rolling Thunder talent, man. Especially when you take the extra duration. Just look at that. 70-second cooldown. Down to a 42. 48 even. With an 11-second duration. That's like a quarter uptime, baby. Anyone else worth really looking at? I mean, obviously Phoenix going to take the Supernova hit count. That's pretty standard. And Axe, the Berserker Call AoE, also pretty standard. Both teams just sort of position around this Roche pit. We're still definitely waiting for the next Roshan, and that's when the next fight's going to be as well. One advantage is that Nature's Prophet is very good at pushing. And obviously, Crewmates already have an advantage in the form of this bottom lane. So they're playing around the triangle, so they don't have to worry about it too much. It'd actually be worse if Crewmates had managed to take the bottom lane of Rax. Right now, Hijack content just to stay in the area, as the Roshan has now respawned. And it looks like a smoke will come out. for the side of Radiant. Thought it was going to be a Dire smoke, but no. Thought it was going to be a Radiant smoke, but no. Actually, suddenly, Dire's starting to spread out. However, that should give them the vision that they need. They know that this Roshan attempt is stopping. Troll is taking it very quickly. So Dire have to move in quite rapidly. And obviously a Roshan... Oh, what an aggressive TP by Nature's Prophet. He's going to pop the BKB. However, I don't think it's really going to matter. The Troll is silenced up. Oh, the Axe, though, on the back line is taking a lot of damage. Oh, the leash is there, too. So, unfortunately, that Rolling Thunder not going to be too effective. Phoenix is the first to go down, immediately buys back. However, the False Promise does come out onto the Axe and suddenly Flash in a lot of trouble. Two heroes already dead. Blinded taking a lot of damage, though. Will he pop or will he survive? Analog's going to try and do something here. Gets the Yules to survive the dunk of a Blinded is still alive. One more hit will go down. All the buybacks in the world are coming out now as PA is back in the fight. Trying to take out this Pango, who's been lashed up to Roshan, actually. But now, they're splitting up. Destroyer in actually a really dangerous position after taking that crit. But Radiant overall are pretty happy with how this is going so far. PA, though, a nice Blinken with the stun will take out Troll. Troll has the buyback, pops it immediately. PA has to get out, will do so. The silence comes out onto the Axe. Vision of the Roche Pit is acquired. But looking at the buyback status, almost everyone using that buyback. The only ones who haven't are the Lina who can't afford it. And the PA, Wind, and Pango, who did not die. But this Roshan is still in play. So I don't think either team's going to be willing to give it up 50 seconds before Lina's online. However, no ultimates available. Destroyer will be spotted out. Will they let this Roshan fall? It's going to be a pretty risky maneuver to do so, but it will fall. And now they'll be forced to back up as they try and pick up the spoils. And they will do so. Who does the Aghanims go to? The Pango. Unsurprising. It's probably the best choice with that rolling bash. Now Dire will have to defend into an Aegis. However, they do have the advantage of this top lane pushing in. Honestly, more important than the buyback status or the network status right now is this buyback status. As we can see, though, look at the poor lane maintenance for the side of Incubus. If they don't return, they're going to lose a ranged Drax at the very least. And indeed, they will teleport back their Troll, so no push will happen. So despite that loss, and I mean, if we look at the net, one thing to keep in mind is it popped up a lot because of that Roche. Not just for the Roche kill, but also that Aghanims is 6,000 gold. Man, this game still feels like it could go either way, and Dota Plus agrees. 52 to 48, and we are at 50 minutes in this game, and it's still 50-50. May be a long one. Although without buybacks, it also may end at any moment. As long as this PA is alive, Dire in a good position. PA does have buyback and is going for the MKB now. So I know obviously there's troll axes, but I just want to make sure there's no halberds, and there are not. Look at this smoke in from the side of Radiant. Incubus, they want to find something, but they're not going to find anything. Or will they? Analog runs right underneath their noses. Hijack thinks that he might be in danger. He has his AC completed, which is a very big pickup. But ultimately, nothing will be found for Incubus with this gank. And with that, the top lane will start to push out once again. Look at these creeps go. There is an illusion out. Hopefully they won't commit too hard for it. Well, actually, blink away. But probably realizing that's an illusion by now. He will do a good job of cutting this wave, however. But in the top lane, we'll have to try and cut. We'll actually successfully do so, but I don't think that's going to slow down this wave, as it's already quite large. So a long fight here probably won't favor, and look at that. They also have to ensure that that creep survives so that they get the backdoor break, but what a nice little shackle. The creep will now die, however, reinforcements have arrived. Ranged Drax will not fall. These trees are just so obnoxious, however, they will make a play into the wind. Wind, though, doesn't manage to get out actually and drops a gem, importantly. Let's have buyback. Will not be allowed to reclaim their gem. However, this whole time, Nature's is pushing in the bottom lane. They've got a ranged Drax, but at what cost? As the trees will hit the ranged Drax, and suddenly Radiant is forced into taking the top lane thanks to this play. Which isn't exactly where they want to be, because now Nature's can sprout that tower. Won't be able to do it quite in time, but he will be able to sprout the Rax. Ooh, and a big stun, though, dealing a lot of damage. Question is, will they be able to defend this lane? The melee Rax is untouchable at the moment. Man, you wish you had that 20% cooldown now. The 8 seconds would be down a little bit lower. You'd be able to defend the range Rax maybe a little bit harder. The LSA actually opens it back up. Will he be able to take the Rax? Indeed he will. So now the Rax advantage goes the other way in favor of Incubus. However, Destroyer in a bit of a dangerous position on this high ground. Won't be able to commit onto him. The Aegis, though, has expired, and this is their time to make a go. It looks like they're actually going to try and do so on the backlines. They'll immediately take out the very unfortunate Oracle. The egg not going to be enough. Now Troll has popped the ultimate, but he has no further backup. If he goes down now, it would be disastrous for him, as he's dropping rather rapidly, and indeed he will fall. The Axe and the Pango, the last two left, but I think they're both going to die here. A Bash does come out on a PA, but it's not going to matter. As the Axe falls, the Pango next. The only buyback is that Pango. Everyone else is still cooldown, and because they are specifically cooldown, Dire should know. FCR should know. The call should be being made. Push, push, push. They have nothing for a whole minute. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Nature's Prophet doesn't even want to give these creeps the time of day. They'll get cleared down so quickly. The creeps are moving. And surely this has to be the game. 60 seconds for buybacks on everyone. Definitely get a lane here. The question is, are they going to go for megas? Will they be able to get that in time? No, they're looking to hit the end. They're trying to finish the game, and they have a lot of damage. Radiant, though, they have a Fortify. Are they going to be able to make it? I think it's going to be so exceptionally close with these buybacks. However, worth noting that Pango and Troll both don't have money. Or Phoenix and Troll both don't have money. So, even though these buybacks are coming off cooldown, never mind, the Aegis is going to just fall too fast. Holy moly, I didn't expect the Aegis to die quite so quickly. Crewmates, let's just take the game. A little too aggressive by Incubus. And with that, ladies and gentlemen,